Hey, what's going on, YouTube? I know it's probably been almost 2 months since I made my last video. Yeah, it's been kind of going a little slow, but you know. But, anyways, I got a new Sparco R100 seat with a planted seat bracket, and now I can finally get around to replacing my, I don't know, eBay, Amazon seats. So, yeah, I don't like them at all, and I'll explain why. So, anyways, let's get into it. Okay. Well, here's the planted seat bracket, and I had this particular brand with my Evo, and these are pretty good quality, so I decided to go with this again. And here's the Sparco R100 seat. It's reclinable, and it's actually pretty comfortable. And the reason why I decided to go with a reclinable and not like a fixed back is because, my Corvette's basically going to be like mostly just street with like occasional track. I mean, I really don't have the money to like track it every month or whatever. So, I'll just do the reclinable option. And actually, the Evo I just did the Evo 8 seats, and, I did track days in that, and it was perfectly fine. So you really don't need fixed back seats unless, you're doing like an all out track build or whatever. But so, anyways, now onto these Amazon seats or eBay or whatever. Yeah. So, I mean, they look okay, but it's not really my cup of tea. I want to point out, so I guess the seat's too wide, and so the slider does not work at all. So the seat won't go any forward, and the problem with that is that I'm short, and sometimes I have to tippy toe the clutch. So it's been kind of a nightmare driving it sometimes, because I'm like, oh, I can't reach the clutch pedal, or I can't press it down all the way. So yeah, I've had to like basically put the seat up like straight up so I could like kind of scooch forward. So yeah. And also, this seat is like rock hard, man. Like after like 10 minutes of driving, like, yeah, it is so uncomfortable. So yeah, I can't wait to replace these seats. I'm just doing the driver's side for now, and I'm replacing the bracket, and I'm gonna reuse the slider and the hardware. So hopefully, everything will work. So yeah, let me get to it and, highlight some stuff that I didn't like, or hopefully it'll just be like a straightforward installation, since I'm basically just swapping out an aftermarket seat with another aftermarket seat. So it should be pretty easy. So, all right, let's get to it. All right, I got the rear seat out, and it was pretty easy to take out. It just uses 15 millimeter nuts, just 2 in the front, 2 in the rear. The back ones Would have been easier to take out if you could slide the seat forward, but since it doesn't slide, I kind of had to like maneuver to get them out, but you know, it's not too bad. You know, the connectors are still there if ever, you know, if I ever want to reinstall OEM seats, but I don't think I'm ever going to do that, so I'm just going to leave that alone. But otherwise, here's the old seat and the Sparco seat, so you can kind of see a comparison. So I have no idea what brand this is. I don't see anything on the back, or I don't know. And also, I thought the slider wouldn't work because, you know, the seat was too wide and it was like scrunched up against the tunnel, but the slider just doesn't work at all. I mean, I don't know, I guess the person who installed it just didn't install it right, or what, but may have to get new sliders. But anyways, I'm gonna uninstall the slider and the belt buckle, and then just transfer it over to this bracket, because I know like this seat bracket is like the cheap Amazon one, so yeah, I definitely want to replace the bracket too with this planted one. So all right, let's see, you know, if the slider works on this planted one. So if not, I have to buy another set of sliders, but I mean, it's no big deal. All right, and nothing's ever easy with this car. So yeah, this slider, it's like stuck and it won't move whatsoever. And because it won't move, I can't get to the hardware that's bolted on it. So I can't even remove this slider. So I guess after when the previous owner had installed it, I guess the slider just got stuck, and I don't know. So I'm just gonna have to buy another set of sliders. I mean, I guess I can run it without a slider and just bolt it down, you know, to the best seating position I can do, and just install the slider later. So I'll probably just do that. But I wanted to show you guys. So this is an unknown brand seat bracket, I guess from Amazon. You could see, I don't see any markings or brand name on it, but you could tell the quality. And then, yeah, I mean, it is thin and cheap. And this right here is quality. So, yeah. So that's why I like to go with name brand stuff, because it's better quality, and you know, of course, you know, it costs a little bit more money, but I mean, it's worth it, especially if you're buying like, you know, safety related stuff. You want to go with name brand stuff. So anyways, let me try to install it without the slider and see how that goes. Okay. Well, can't install the Sparco seat right now. So it's meant to have sliders. So because the bolts won't, I mean, the holes on the seat won't line up on the seat bracket. So what I'm gonna have to do is get sliders and basically bolt the sliders onto the seat bracket, and then bolt the seat to the sliders. So it'll work like that, but it won't work with the seat onto the seat bracket. So, I mean, unless it's a side mount, which this is only a bottom mount. So, yeah. It's always something. So, anyways, I'm just going to order a new set of sliders and I think some more hardware because I can't get to the hardware on this slider. So, I'm just gonna order new sliders, hardware, and then try to do it again. So, all right. Well, for now, I'm just gonna reinstall reinstall my old seat and just wait for the new sliders and hardware to come in. So, all right. Until next time. Okay, after some fiddling around, I was like, I'm gonna get this slider off, and I did. And I got the slider on, and it does work. It's just very, I guess I need to re-grease it, but I don't have any grease. So I'm just gonna have to like force it to move. So hopefully that'll work. But anyways, I got the slider on, and now I just have to put it on the bracket, and then I'll be able to reinstall everything. So well, at least I saved myself money not buying, whole new sliders and hardware. So I just gotta, mess around with it more to get the old slider off the old seat, since the slider doesn't really work all that well. Anyways, all right, here goes nothing. All right, I got the slider on, the bracket on, the seatbelt buckle on. Yeah, looks good to go. Hopefully it'll fit in there perfectly. So, all right, here it goes. All right. I got some good news and bad news. The good news is that the Sparco seat is installed and it works like it should, asterisk. The bad news, the slider does not work at all, but the way I installed it, the seat is forward enough to where I could basically just, smash the gas pedal or the clutch pedal without having to tippy toe it anymore. But also the bad news is that if you're taller than me and you test drive my car, you're not going to fit in it because it's basically like perfectly set up just for me. So yeah, I think I just have to get new sliders. So I think the grease just needs to be re-greased or whatever. But it could be just like cheap sliders or whatever. So I don't know. But yeah, it's actually, when I'm sitting in it, it's actually a lot more comfortable now. So yeah, the material is really nice. I mean, it's not like microfiber or anything like that, but it'll do. It's a lot better than the I guess the fake vinyl, whatever, leather. And yeah, they're pretty cushiony. I mean, not too soft, not too hard. So I'm pretty happy. And yeah, a lot of trial and error getting the sliders off, or trying to figure out how to get the sliders off the old seats was definitely a pain. I think when I do the passenger side, I'm just going to order new sliders. I'm just going to say meh, F with it, and just, buy new sliders and hardware. Oh, another thing. So these seats come with like double recliner levers, and so you have to take off, the one on the inner side. And the one on the inner side was so hard to take off. I basically had to pry it off with a big old screwdriver, just kind of wedge it in there and just pull it off. But yeah, I don't think I broke it, but yeah, anyways. Yeah. So that's that episode. I'm not very good at wrenching, but I try to do it anyways, because it's definitely a learning process. I want to be able to say like, yeah, I did that, I installed it. So yeah. Whew. So definitely, if you like what you're seeing, just hit the subscribe button, hit the like, comment. Maybe you can give me some pointers on what I could have done or should have done or whatever. Hopefully when I do the passenger side, it'll be so much easier now that I learned from my mistakes and stuff like that. So anyways, I'll see you guys next time.